first talked to Blitz about this movie, I was blown away. And in a 2.5-hour initial meeting where I heard all these songs and I heard his pitch and I saw previs of visual effects, the thing that sold me more than anything is that this was about resilience that these people have. But I listened to Alice Walker read her book to me with the 7-hour version of a 250-page book 3 times. And I learned so much about what the movie was about for her. And I think this is the closest one to that.
Blitz showed that unbelievable vision. Right? I've never seen vision like this before.
The passion and excitement he brought to the set for the material and for the subject really inspired his entire crew. We all like to be led by somebody you really trust and you really agree with. And to me, that's Blitz, 100%.
He had really thought this movie out for a long time. He actually did the storyboards and then filmed a movie on them and showed them to the actors. And the actors cried over the storyboards. So he always had this, he knew what he wanted to say. He would work with Julian in his edit room. He would come and work with me in mine. He really was involved in every single department.
Trying, praying, pushing, aiming, smiling, taking it all in.
Keep it moving. It's a moment in the girls' lives where they can just be girls again and they can be sisters and they can enjoy their moment.
It's all about Nettie's love for Celie. You see her love for Celie and her ability to try and bring Celie out of herself. They're sisters, but they have very different lives.
They start to break into song, and then they're dancing around the beach. They go through the town, laughing with everyone in the townsfolk. They're trying on hats. Although the song appears to be fairly simple, it moves through a lot of colors within the band. And, you know, there's the harmonica, there's just the rhythm section.
It was quite a process of how you get to hear each thing through that musical sequence. The star of that is the music, and so you've got the musical sequence here, and you've got the environment, and you must never overshadow what's going on in that beautiful music. It's such a fine process of it sounding like it's too loud and too much to not hearing it at all.
For us, it was always important to capture the authentic moments in this song by having the girls sing live, not for the final product, but just for the emotion that they could bring to the song while being together, as opposed to what it must have been like in a studio to pre-record. And so we always tried to get the most authentic feeling from their performance on set.
I had a lot of laughs from Halle, but they were the best laughs because they were organic and they were from the set at the moment. And laughs are very tricky because they have to be real, and you can always feel when something's fake.
It's a more complicated song than it appears on the surface, but it came out, I think, really well and feeling very light in that moment, which is what the film needed.
I'm glad Working is one of the ones we're talking about because Blitz knew how important it was to present a harpo that was more contemporary in today's version. And it's fun to have some masculine energy. Again, a different dynamic.
To go into that scene when Mister's woken up by the sound of them building the house in the distance, that is 95% Foley and effects. All that hammering actually works. It starts off on the A side of when Mister wakes up and then goes into the B side.
Both of our mixers, Richard and Nick, had all the dancers stay afterwards and do a pass of Foley, which was amazing. That stayed in the whole time.
It was a great idea to have the women come in at the end, which of course was Blitz's. The women go, at the end, making fun of the guys. It's a lighter moment, yet it's kind of what the movie's about. Those women are taking over.
The music for Push the Button, what we used on the day was what you saw in the film, which was great because it allowed us to do that complete Foley pass from beginning to end. We actually played that over the speakers. Big crowd, lots of energy, everything, full tilt.
We definitely wanted to make sure that the visuals were sonically supported with all the ambiences sounding as rich as possible.
And it was great fun to mix that into the big band feel of a live band playing in that small space. It's just such an exciting song. There were handoffs to all departments of sound throughout that sequence, which was wonderful.
We all got the movie that Blitz was looking for. It was such a collaboration between every department.
When I saw it, it's just epic. It has anthems that's so powerful for women. The sisterhood that it celebrates is just profoundly wonderful. He had a screening for all the actresses, and he told me they just sat there and applauded every time each one was up there. And there was this devotion that came out of that was, for me, incredibly uplifting and very different than what I expected.
I think we all feel that we've worked on something special.
It was quite an experience working with Blitz. He's incredibly talented.
Blitz made a great movie, and he brought us along for the adventure.
No, you don't have to be alone.